Life is not a simple endeavor. It's a chaotic mixture of joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, love and loss. It's easy to become lost in the complexities, to become paralyzed by fear and doubt. We crave meaning in a world often seemingly devoid of it. We search for purpose, a compass to guide us through the darkness. The truth is, the answers to life's most challenging questions are often found within ourselves. To truly live, you must be willing to take risks, to step outside of your comfort zone, to embrace the unknown. This doesn't mean acting recklessly, but rather carefully considering the potential consequences and choosing to act despite fear. When you take a risk, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You might succeed, you might fail, but either way, you will learn and grow. You develop resilience, a crucial trait for navigating the unpredictable nature of life. Taking risks can reveal your true potential, leading you down paths you never thought possible. It's about becoming comfortable with discomfort, understanding that growth seldom occurs within the confines of familiarity. This principle extends beyond personal development. It forms the bedrock of leadership. True leaders aren't afraid to take calculated risks, to challenge the status quo and push the boundaries of what's considered possible. They understand that innovation and progress require venturing into the unknown, and they're willing to guide others on that journey. Taking risks is not simply about personal gain, but about creating a better future for yourself and those around you. We live in a world saturated with words. Promises are made, intentions are declared, yet how often do actions fail to align with these pronouncements? It's easy to be swayed by eloquence and charisma, but true character is revealed through action, not speech. Judging someone's character based solely on their words is like evaluating a book by its cover. You might be enticed by the title and the blurb, but the true essence of the story lies within its pages. Similarly, a person's actions are the pages of their life, revealing their true values, priorities, and integrity. Don't be fooled by empty promises or grand pronouncements. Pay attention to how people treat others, especially in difficult situations. Do their actions align with their words? Do they follow through on their commitments? Do they take responsibility for their mistakes? These are the true markers of character. Remember, judging by actions rather than words will save you from a world of heartache and disappointment. It allows you to see beyond the facade and make informed decisions about the people you allow into your life. The world is not a fair place. This is not a cynical statement, but a simple observation of the reality we inhabit. When you strive for success, when you work towards a better life, you will inevitably encounter resistance. There will be those who, threatened by your light, will try to dim your shine. They may criticize, belittle, or even sabotage your efforts. Don't be surprised by this. Don't let it deter you. This resistance, this negativity, is often a perverse form of validation. It signifies that you are on the right track, that you are making a difference. The more you shine your light, the more noticeable you become to those who dwell in the shadows. Their negativity is not a reflection of your worth, but a testament to your strength. See it for what it is, a challenge to overcome, an opportunity to rise above. Remember, the greatest trees often bear the deepest scars, a testament to the storms they've weathered. Life is fleeting, it can change in an instant. What you have today can be gone tomorrow. This is not meant to instill fear, but to ignite a sense of urgency, an urgency to live fully, to embrace every moment as the precious gift it is. Don't wait for the right time to pursue your dreams, to tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. The right time is now. This sense of urgency is not about recklessness, but about intentionality. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values, about spending your time on what truly matters. Don't let life pass you by while you're caught in the trap of procrastination or fear. Embrace the unknown, step outside of your comfort zone, and squeeze every drop of potential from this precious life you've been given. The path to success is rarely smooth. It's often littered with obstacles, setbacks, and disappointments. These challenges can feel insurmountable, like impassable roadblocks on your journey. But it's important to remember that obstacles are not inherently negative. They are opportunities for growth, for resilience, for developing the strength and determination to overcome adversity. Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, imagine them as stepping stones. Each obstacle you overcome, each challenge you face elevates you to a new level of understanding and resilience. It's these challenges that refine your character, that test your mettle, and reveal your true potential. We often associate happiness with ease, with comfort, with a life devoid of challenges. But a life without challenges is a life devoid of depth, of meaning, of true fulfillment. It's in the struggle, in the overcoming of obstacles, that we discover our true strength and resilience. Challenges force us to grow, to adapt, to tap into reserves of strength we never knew we possessed. Think of a world without friction. It would be a chaotic, unpredictable existence. Friction, while seemingly a negative force, is what allows us to walk, to drive, to live our lives with a sense of normalcy. Similarly, challenges provide the necessary friction in our lives, the resistance that allows us to gain traction and move forward with purpose and direction. Embrace the challenges, find the lessons within them, and allow them to shape you into the person you are meant to become. Imagine winning a game that you never had to try at. A game where victory was guaranteed from the outset. Would you feel the same sense of accomplishment? The same surge of joy and satisfaction? Of course not. True joy, true fulfillment, comes from overcoming challenges, from risking defeat and emerging victorious. It's the risk, the possibility of failure, that makes victory so sweet. It's the knowledge that you poured your heart and soul into something, that you faced your fears and pushed through the doubt that makes the reward so much greater. Don't shy away from challenges for fear of failure. Embrace the risk, knowing that even in defeat, there are valuable lessons to be learned. For it's in the arena, in the heat of the battle, that we truly discover what we're made of. We live in a world obsessed with shortcuts, with instant gratification, with achieving success with minimal effort. But the truth is, a path without obstacles is a path that leads nowhere. It's a path devoid of growth, of learning, of the experiences that shape us into capable, resilient individuals. Challenges are not roadblocks, but rather the very terrain upon which we build our character. Think of a muscle that's never been subjected to resistance. It would be weak, underdeveloped, incapable of performing its intended function. It's through resistance training, through pushing our physical limits, that we develop strength and endurance. The same principle applies to our minds, our spirits, our character. It's through facing and overcoming challenges that we develop the resilience, the grit, the determination to navigate the complexities of life. The past can be a seductive trap. It holds our memories, both good and bad, and it's easy to get caught in a cycle of dwelling on what was, rather than focusing on what is. We romanticize the past, longing for simpler times, or we get mired in regret, replaying past mistakes over and over in our minds. But the past is gone, it's a closed chapter, and no amount of rumination will change its course. This is not to say that we should forget the past. Our experiences, both positive and negative, shape who we are, but we must learn to hold the past loosely, to acknowledge its influence without allowing it to dictate our present or future. The present moment is all we truly have. It's here in the now that we find the opportunity to learn, to grow, to create a future that aligns with our values and aspirations. You can't drive a car effectively while constantly looking in the rearview mirror. You'll miss the road ahead, the potential obstacles, the opportunities for progress. Similarly, you can't build a fulfilling future if your mind is perpetually stuck in the past. Dwelling on past mistakes leads to stagnation, to a fear of repeating errors, to a paralysis that prevents us from taking the necessary risks for growth. The past, while a valuable source of experience, should not be the sole focus of our attention. It's essential to learn from our mistakes, to extract the wisdom embedded within our experiences, but then, we must shift our focus forward. The future is not a fixed destination, but rather a canvas upon which we paint our hopes, our dreams, our aspirations. It's through our actions in the present, guided by the lessons of the past, that we shape the masterpiece of our lives. If yesterday's accomplishments still seem monumental today, it's a sign that you've become complacent, that you've allowed yourself to stagnate. The human spirit is wired for growth, for expansion, for constantly pushing beyond perceived limitations. Yesterday's triumphs should serve as motivation, as fuel for today's endeavors. Imagine climbing a mountain and stopping halfway up to admire the view. While the scenery might be impressive, you'll never experience the exhilaration of reaching the summit, of pushing beyond your perceived limitations and achieving something truly extraordinary. The same principle applies to all aspects of life. There's always more to learn, more to achieve, more to experience. Each of us carries within us a unique set of gifts, talents, and aspirations. These are the seeds of our dreams, the blueprints for a life of purpose and fulfillment. But these seeds need fertile ground to take root. They need nurturing and cultivation to blossom into their full potential. If you don't take ownership of your dreams, if you don't invest the time and effort to cultivate them, you risk becoming a pawn in someone else's game. Don't be content with simply building someone else's vision. The world is full of people willing to pay you to contribute to their dreams, but true fulfillment comes from pursuing your own. It takes courage to step outside of your comfort zone, to defy the expectations of others and forge your own path. But the rewards, both internal and external, are immeasurable. Imagine standing at the base of a towering mountain. The summit seems impossibly distant, the climb daunting and fraught with challenges. It would be easy to stay at the bottom, to convince yourself that the view from the ground is good enough. But you'd miss the breathtaking panorama that awaits at the top, the sense of accomplishment that comes from conquering the climb. Life is much the same. The greatest rewards, the most profound sense of fulfillment, often lie on the other side of our greatest challenges. It's in the overcoming, in the pushing beyond our perceived limitations that we discover our true potential. Don't shy away from challenges. Embrace them, for it's often in the most difficult climbs that we discover the most breathtaking views. The human brain is an extraordinary organ capable of incredible feats of creativity, problem-solving, and innovation. But like any tool, it needs to be used to reach its full potential. An idle brain, much like a stagnant pond, becomes a breeding ground for negativity, for self-doubt, for missed opportunities. Active thinking, engaging with the world around you, asking questions, seeking knowledge. This is the lifeblood of a fulfilling existence. Don't allow your mind to atrophy through passivity. Challenge your assumptions, explore new ideas, embrace the discomfort of intellectual growth. The world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered, but you must first engage your mind to unlock their secrets. Knowledge is a powerful tool, but it's only through its intelligent application that it transforms from potential to tangible results. You can amass a wealth of information, but if you don't put it to use, it remains inert, a collection of facts rather than a catalyst for change. The world doesn't reward you for what you know, but for what you do with what you know. Think of a toolbox filled with every imaginable tool. Without the knowledge of how to use them, they're just pieces of metal and wood. It's the skill of the craftsperson, the ability to apply the right tool at the right time, that transforms raw materials into something beautiful and functional. The same principle applies to knowledge. It's in the application, in the solving of problems, the creation of solutions, that its true value is realized. We often focus on what we lack, on the resources we perceive as missing, rather than on the abundance that surrounds us. We yearn for more money, more time, more opportunities, failing to recognize the untapped potential within our grasp. The truth is, you are likely surrounded by a wealth of resources, talents, skills, experiences, relationships that are waiting to be utilized. The key to unlocking your potential lies in shifting your perspective, in recognizing and leveraging the resources already at your disposal. Instead of lamenting what you lack, ask yourself, what do I have that I can use? What skills can I hone? What relationships can I nurture? What knowledge can I acquire? The answers to these questions hold the key to unlocking a world of possibilities. Failure is an inevitable part of life. It's easy to view failure as a setback, as a sign that we're not good enough, that we should give up on our dreams. But this perspective robs us of the invaluable lessons that failure has to teach. Every stumble, every misstep is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, to refine our approach. Think of a scientist conducting an experiment. They don't view failed experiments as defeats, but rather as essential data points that guide them closer to a breakthrough. Each failure provides valuable information, refining their understanding and leading them closer to their goal. Embrace failure, not as an end, but as a beginning. We live in a world obsessed with external markers of success, wealth, status, possessions, but these are merely trinkets, fleeting symbols of achievement that often mask a deeper emptiness. The true measure of a person lies not in what they own, but in the content of their character, in their integrity, their compassion, their willingness to contribute to something larger than themselves. A corrupt person, despite their wealth and influence, is ultimately impoverished. They've traded their integrity for fleeting gains, sacrificing their soul for a seat at a table built on deceit. An honest person, though they may lack material wealth, possesses an inner richness that no amount of money can buy. They understand that true wealth lies in their relationships, in their contributions to the world, in the legacy of kindness and integrity they leave behind. The decision to cheat, to deceive, to take advantage of another human being might seem like an easy path to success. But the cost of such actions is far greater than any material gain. When you betray someone's trust, you erode the very foundation of human connection. You create a world where suspicion reigns, where genuine intimacy becomes impossible. The consequences of such actions extend far beyond the immediate situation. They ripple outwards, poisoning relationships, eroding communities, and diminishing the fabric of society. The betrayal might bring temporary gain, but the long-term cost is immeasurable. It's a debt that can never be fully repaid, a stain on the soul that lingers long after the material rewards have faded away. In a world where deception often seems the norm, where manipulation and self-serving agendas run rampant, honesty stands out as a beacon of light. It's a rare and precious gift, one that requires courage, integrity, and a deep respect for oneself and others. Honesty is not always easy. It can be tempting to tell people what they want to hear, to shade the truth to our advantage. But true strength lies in speaking our truth with kindness and compassion, even when it's difficult. Honesty builds trust, the foundation of any meaningful relationship. It fosters open communication, allowing for vulnerability and authentic connection. When you encounter honesty in another person, cherish it. For you've encountered a rare gem, a person of integrity who values authenticity above all else. The search for meaning, for purpose, is an inherent part of the human experience. We long to make sense of this complex world, to find our place within its vast and intricate tapestry. The truth is, meaning is not something we find, but something we create. It's woven through our choices, our actions, the way we choose to show up in the world each day. Embrace the journey with all its complexities and challenges, for it's in the striving, the overcoming, the relentless pursuit of growth that we discover the richness and depth of a life well lived.